Hey GPT, this is Satyam here, and I am a first year student of BCA, and I am in the field of AI and ML. So you have to ask me some of the questions of the Python, and you have to ask me the questions like an interviewer, and then you have to give me the marks, or you have to tell me that I am selected for the AI or ML engineer or not.
That sounds like a plan, Satyam. I'll ask you a few Python questions that are relevant to AI and ML, and I'll give you a kind of mock feedback based on your responses. Ready? Here we go. First question. Can you explain what a Python decorator is and give a simple example of how you'd use one? Take your time and then I'll follow up with some feedback.
Python decorator, it basically adds some extra behavior to the original function without changing it. Maybe you are doing something before the original function, and then you are also doing something after the main function, and you are creating the your decorator function. Inside decorator function, you are also creating your func, which is pointing or which is denoting that we are here storing this fmc function as a variable, and which points to the original function. Then you are also creating the wrapper function where you basically are wrapping the original function, and then you are doing something before the func function. Before calling the func function, you are just doing something to so that it does something without changing it. Then you are also doing something after the main function, then you are returning the wrapper.
That was a solid explanation, Satyam. You captured the essence really well, especially how a decorator wraps a function and adds behavior. If you want, I'd say try showing a tiny code snippet just to demonstrate, but overall, nice job. Next question. How would you handle missing data in a dataset using Python? And maybe touch on a common library you'd use. Let's hear your approach.
Missing data we have in the data, and we handle it using a python library which is pandas, and we see it using there is a like method which is uh, we have a info, through info and through the is null dot sum we see the that how many null values we have, and then we have also some of the libraries like we have matplotlib and seaborn. Through seaborn we basically see that what is it is like right skewed or left skewed. So from that we have to decide that we have to fill the null values with the mean or median if there is outlier though. So if there is outlier, so we have to fill with the median that is good for the outliers, and if there is like categorical missing values, then we have to fill with the mode. So yeah, these are the things that we have to see always. If we have a missing values, we have to follow these things.
That's great. You really got a strong grasp of it. I like how you highlighted using pandas to detect missing values and then choosing strategies like mean, median, or mode depending on the data type, especially noting outliers. That's exactly the kind of thinking you need in an ML pipeline. So far, I'd say you're doing really well. Let me give you a mock score after a few more questions. Ready for the next one? Tell me what's the difference between a list and a tuple in Python, and in what situations might you prefer one over the other?
Yeah, list is a data structure in python, and it is mutable, and it is uses square brackets, and it's heterogeneous in nature. It can store anything, like it can store float values and also print function it can store. So, and if you're talking about the tuple, so tuple is also a data structure which is faster than the list, and it also store across multiple values together, and it is immutable, and it uses round brackets for storing the values.
That was really good, Satyam. You nailed the key differences lists being mutable, tuples being immutable, and the fact that tuples can be faster and safer in certain scenarios. I like that you mentioned the bracket types as well. So, overall, you're doing really well. I'd give you a solid mark so far. I'd say you're definitely on track for AIML roles, especially if you keep this depth of understanding. Great job. Keep it up.
So, how many marks you wanna give me, or like selection process of the AI engineer or ML engineer?
Got it. So, in a typical interview scenario, I'd weigh a few things your clarity, depth of understanding, and how you connect concepts to real world ML applications. I'd give you around 8 out of 10. you've got a strong foundation, but a little more detail or some practical examples, like actual code implementation or discussing a project, would really boost you. You're definitely on the right track, though, so keep going.
Okay, so I just want to upload this video on a YouTube. So what I have to write on my description, like I assign the role to the ChatGPT as an interviewer, and I am giving my interview to the ChatGPT. What is the best description that I can write on the YouTube?
Yeah, I can help with that. You might write something like, in this video, I simulate a mock technical interview for AI and ML roles with ChatGPT as the interviewer. I, a first year BCA student, answer Python and data related questions to assess my readiness for AI ML engineering. Watch to see how I perform and get tips for your own interview prep. Keep it simple, but highlight that role play aspect.